Well, I wanted to speak to you. This is a combination for the Ivyt 120 80N, the online class, and the 08N, which is the face-to-face class. Uh, Basically, what you need to know is that for the most part, those of you who are participating are doing very well. And you can say, well, how can that be so good if the grades aren't that good? Take a hard look at the grades, and I think you're going to see the difference. If you haven't turned in assignments, there are zeros there. Those zeros are killers. So what you need to do is turn in the assignments. I announced last week a kind of amnesty, and a fair number of you turned in missing assignments, and there are still some more to turn in, and it has made dramatic improvement in your grades. There's one other thing that I want you to know about. If you will go to the very end of the grade sheet, and if you'll do that in Excel, you will see in the column that has to do, and let me get into the right particular grade sheet here so I'm talking about the right thing. You'll see a column that says Final Project Grade. Right now that's a 70, so that when you look at your grades you will see what actually would be the grade if we were to put it down today. Those grades right now are not all that great. There's, 1B that I can see real fast, a fair sprinkling of C's, and a lot of D's. The F's, for the most part, are people that have given up. Even some of them can bring their grades back up if they would submit the assignments that are missing. But anyhow, go to that final project grade, and in a case of one member of the class who has a 77 right now, and most of the assignments have been turned in, if I were to make that 70 an 85, that's a mid-range B, that grade would then become a very solid B in this class, from a 77 to a solid B in the class. Now, what that amounts to is, and I've said this and I really mean it, most of you, if you do a decent job on that final project, that's your career project, that's the last thing you turn in this class. If you do a good job on that, you will get in the high 80s and well into the 90s. I have gotten some grades into that, 98s and 100s. So, your real issue is continue to turn in all of your papers. Continue to take the tests. That's key. Do a really great job on your final project. That'll be very important. That's 30% of your class grade. Now, for now, some of you still have not communicated to me your service learning project. If you don't communicate to me, you do it at your own peril, because if you pick a place that is not acceptable, then it will definitely have a bad effect on your grade on that project. And that project, if you look at the grade sheet, is worth 4 of what a normal project would get you in this class. So you want to take a look at that and see the difference that doing a good job on that particular project can make. All right, the other things are make sure you take all of the tests that are remaining, get a grade on those, and your attendance factor. Now, on the discussion boards, there's 2 things that are measured there. One is attendance, and another one is how well do you read whatever the assignment may have been. So pay close attention to that, and you'll see that in not every case people have gotten full credit on the discussion board grade. That's because you're writing one sentence and saying, well, that does it, and that's just totally ignoring what the assignment was. So make sure that you fulfill all that you need to fulfill on turning that in. Overall, I would say that those of you who are participating are going to do well in this class. Definitely, by turning in all the assignments, you will get at least a C in this class, and it is very, very possible for those of you who do well and continue to show improvement, your grades go up, that you folks will get A's and B's at the very end of all of this. And how do you do that? Well, let me take a look. I'm looking at someone right now that has a B in this class, and their score is 81. Well, if I go in and I take the 81 and I change that grade there to an 85 on the final project grade, and I've lost the place here. Let me go back and find it again. I change that to an 85. that grade now that was an 81 is now an 85 for a final grade. That means that that person could very well end up in this class with an A or better. No, there's nothing better than an A, but with an A. So take a hard look at everything. Make sure you turn in what you have to turn in, and we'll see how everything goes from there. The people in the face-to-face class, everything that I've said applies to you. That applies to the online class, except for the discussion boards. Keep turning in the work. Keep improving. Your grades are getting better each week. Keep that up, because that's what I'm looking for, is improvement in how you do in this class. Okay? Have a great week, and we'll look forward to talking to you again very soon.